Hi guys, welcome to Unknown Audio. Today I wanted to do a bit of sound design with you, and in particular I wanted to talk about two things that I've been using a lot recently which I think are very useful when doing sound design. One of those is alternatives. The other one is BIP. BIP. If you don't know what BIP is, I'll explain in a minute. Okay, so basically what I have here is a project that I've been working on, and it's a bit of a Neurofunk drum and bass type deal. It's got a lot of interesting sound design, really warped, twisting kind of sounds, the sort of stuff I like. And I've been trying to make these kind of sounds and this kind of style of music for a while. I find it extremely difficult. It's quite difficult to. There's a lot of processes you have to go through to achieve this kind of, quite modern neuro kind of sounds. But I thought I might just show you some of these processes. And so I'll tell you what, I'm going to get stuck into this. I don't want to mess about too much. I'll play you the track as it stands, and then we'll just dive in and just take it from there. Okay, enjoy. Come on, work. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I did try making this video yesterday, and the software just crapped out on me, and I lost the recording. So I'm doing this again. Basically, a lot of what I wanted to demonstrate in this video, I ended up doing last night when I was working on this tune. But I think there's still plenty to do. So we'll just jump in, and I'll just try and show you what I mean. Okay. The first thing, and this is quite a simple thing, I think it's new to Logic Pro X. I think it's one of the more recent updates, and that is track alternatives. If you come into File, into the drop-down menu, you've got your normal save options, but you've also got this alternatives menu. And basically what this allows you to do is save different versions of the same project that you're working on. Now, in the past, what I used to do was save just a new version of the project, which is okay. I think the only problem is that every time you do that, you're duplicating all the audio files that are being used in that project. You're duplicating a lot of the information. I think this makes it much more it makes more sense. I think it probably saves some memory, and I don't know, this just seems like a much more intuitive way of working. So I if you've got a version of Logic where this is available, I highly recommend you checking it out. So that's the first thing. The second thing is BIP, and I'm sure a lot of you are probably completely familiar with this, and it's not going to be anything new to you. It's more kind of a mindset, I guess, to get into when you're working. And the BIP I'm referring to is bounce in place. So it's just a bounce option. It's nothing magical. It's basically just bouncing in place. So let's say, for example, we can select some regions, and if it'll let me, let's try these. If I select these regions, and I just did a right click there, and then we have this option here, bounce in place. I think it's at the top here because I've used it recently. If it's not in the top when you right click, I'm guessing it'll be here under the bounce menu there, bounce in place, or you can always come up here, bounce, and then regions in place, or track in place when you've got I think, yeah, once you've got all the regions in that track, it will let you bounce the track as a whole. Now the reason for using this is basically to sort of commit yourself to a sound and to move on. For too long I spent so much time sort of tweaking synths and tweaking all the plugins that I was putting on afterwards and all the processing, and sometimes you just need to get a sound down, bounce it in place and move on, and then if you need to mess with it further you can do that, and then bounce it again, and keep going like that. And for one thing, it will force you to just stop fiddling and stop messing about. Secondly, it really helps with CPU. I'm using an old 2005 iMac, so it's pretty old now, and it hasn't got the greatest memory, you know, it hasn't got the best amount of RAM and everything else, but it does the job. But this is a really good technique for helping you to save CPU. So I'm just going to get stuck in. I've done this already quite a lot in this project. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm happy with the way this is sounding so far, so I need a sort of a breakdown section and then a second drop. So what I might do is I might let's just sort of cheat a little bit, and we'll just copy over the intro for the breakdown. Okay, that'll do. Excuse me. I'm going to try and throw something together for the second drop and just see what we can come up with, and hopefully use these techniques and this processes in the process. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do a little bit of stuff off camera. I'm just going to pause the video. I'm going to copy some drums across and stuff like that. You don't really need to see it. And maybe just get a little starting idea happening, and then I'll come back because I don't want this video to be too long. So, yeah. Okay, so I've spent a bit of time messing about, and I've come up with, 4 bars. It's, okay, it's something. It's to get us started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mess about with it and see what I can come up with. And yeah, so here we go. I've just chopped up the sort of lead sounds as well. I'll add those in. I'm not sure what it sounds like together quickly. Yeah, okay, all right, that's doing something. Let's mute them for a second. Okay, what I really like is this sound at the end here. So I'm gonna do you know what, I'm gonna get all the rest of this. Let's leave the sub, all of the rest of these sounds. Let's move them out the way for a second. Okay. Okay, let's Okay, that's I don't know, let's chuck one of these in maybe. Okay, that'll do. But okay, I like this sound. Okay, let's mess with this sound. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a duplicate track, and let's move this down here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some processing on there, see if we can twist it up and yeah, see what we can come up with. Okay, let's what should we use? Okay, sound tack, pitch delay. What can we do with this? I don't know, something like that. Let's chuck something else on there. I'm going to try and do this quite quickly because I don't want you to sit up for hours listening to me just make awful noises. Although if you're watching this video, it's probably the kind of thing you enjoy. I don't know, let's just do something really weird. Let's distort that now. Let's come to one of my favourite distortions. I've been using this on everything recently. It's a defacer by Audio Assault. I don't even use the deface knobs really, just this distort one. Just okay, that's sufficiently strange. Right, another plugin I've been using quite a bit recently. This again is a free one. It's the A1 Trigger Gate by A1 Audio. It's basically a gate, but it's a sort of, you can you know, draw in your rhythms for the gate. Very useful plugin. Okay, this isn't sounding too good, but let's just hear it in context. I think this sounds shit, so I'm probably not going to use this. Wow, what's going on there? That's not right, is it? We're getting okay. Okay, well, I think we've got a lot of feedback on the pitch delay. I don't know. Okay, what I'm going to do, let's copy that again. Let's copy, why not? Let's do a duplicate of this track as well. And I'm going to copy the sound down here, and I'm going to fuck with that as well. So okay, that again is sounding awful. Okay, let's not. No, let's. Okay, right. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of those. is the thing with sound design. Really, it's just a whole lot of trial and error, and most of the time it's going to be error. You're going to just make awful kind of stuff, and the trick to it, really, there is no key. It's just spend the time and just be persistent with it. Just keep going. Okay, right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up very soon. I've got to be somewhere. Okay. Let's try something real quick. Let's just pitch it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Although that seems to be fucking up with the rhythm. Okay, let's say, okay, let me show you very quickly the bounce in place. So let's say we're happy with this sound, even though it's crap. What we're going to do, we're going to highlight the regions that we want to bounce. If you want to do the whole track, select the whole track, that's fine. I'm just going to do this little section. I'm going to right click, bounce in place. Now it's going to give us a few options. We can rename it. Now with the source track, the track that we're taking the information from and we're bouncing it from, we've got a few options. We can either leave it where we leave it exactly as it is, we can mute it so it leaves all the regions in place and it mutes it, or we can delete the original regions. It will leave the track in place with the track processing, but we can delete the regions. I'm going to choose to delete them because I'm trying to move on and I want to save space, and I'm also going to delete the track afterwards as well. So I'm just going to click OK on that. So now hopefully this should, so I'm going to go back. So this was our original track, audio 19. I'm going to delete that. Okay, so now what it does is it will copy the regions across, it will bounce all of the processing of the plugins on that track. However, it won't bounce the sends that you've got on that channel. It will duplicate those to the new track, which is another really good reason for using this technique. I'm going to try and sort out this timing issue with this. In fact, let's not even try and sort out the timing issue. Let's just mess with it some more. I am going to have to leave very soon though, guys. I really do have to be somewhere. We can process it still further. Okay, so something like that. And again, we can just keep going, bouncing in place, deleting the old stuff, move on, make a new sound, keep going. And that's basically the process. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Sorry, it's a bit of a quick one. I wanted to go a little bit more into the sound design, but I've got to be somewhere, and to be honest, I've talked enough. That's basically, it's more of a mindset than anything else. So the bounce in place is just a useful technique. As with the alternatives, it's a useful, not technique, it's a useful, I suppose it's technique. It's a useful thing to use. But the mindset is basically not be too precious with your sounds. And once you've got something you're reasonably happy with, bounce it in place, move on, process it some more, bounce it again, process it some more, bounce it again. Just keep going. And even if it's a bit crap, you can, if it's total shit, you can chuck it. Hopefully at the end of it you'll come up with something interesting, and at least you'll have a whole load of sounds that you've bounced down and you can go back to and reference. If you're clever about the way that you organize all of these sounds as well, you could make yourself a library of samples to use in you know, future productions and stuff. So anyway, there's the technique. That's today's tutorial. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for more. I hope to get some more videos up soon. I've been a bit slack, I know. Okay, it seems my camera died, or my phone died. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. Please stay tuned for more videos. I hope to get some more up very soon. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, click like, you know, share it about. I'm really trying to push Unknown Audio and trying to make it, grow it this year. I really want to try and spread the word a bit, and hopefully inspire people to get creating music. That's really my aim. So if you can help me do that, brilliant. If not, you know, thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon. Peace.